Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind. The second is like that command, and great as well, to love your neighbor as yourself. We'll talk about that in just a second. Love your neighbor as yourself. What does that mean? Does that mean that we should look at our neighbors as we might look at ourselves in situations? I think so. I think when we look at our neighbor, we ought to see what they need with the relationship to what we know we need. Sometimes we look at our neighbor with disdain and we're aggravated with them. Maybe they do things that we don't like, or they cause problems, or they make noise, or they don't mow their yard when they should, or who knows what they might do. But how do we show our neighbor love? Well, I think first we might need to understand who our neighbor is. It's not just the person living next door to you. It's everyone in the world. They're your neighbor. And we should show those people the kind of love that God shows to us. That's kind of hard to do, isn't it? That's sort of a tall order, to love your neighbor as yourself. You know, if we could manage that, I think that human history would be a lot less bloody. I think there would be a lot less unkindness. There would be an awful lot of cooperation. That is something that Jesus wants us to do. Jesus was about fellowship. He was about friendship and family and fellowship. And he wanted us to see people as our neighbors. And when it says to love your neighbor as yourself, it means to consider your neighbor the way you would consider yourself or someone close to you. I understand that can be tough sometimes. And I know that some of you out there probably don't think much of yourself. And you need to get a handle on that first as well, to understand just how valuable you truly are. And then value your neighbor the same way you value yourself. Show them kindness when they need it. Give them help when they need it. It's important for us to think of these things. And it's very difficult sometimes. I think the true message here, what Jesus was truly trying to say to us, is that we should live our lives in such a way that we emulate the way he was. That we live our lives in such a way that we show kindness to others the way he did. That we extend a hand when people need it. That we go where we're asked, and that we help when we can. I think that's what he's trying to tell us. Love your neighbor as yourself. I hope you have a great day. Be kind to each other. That's part of loving your neighbor. See you next time.